Would you like to know how we took a customer's request to match his pool tile and came up with functional art for his patio? Stay tuned and enjoy the video. Okay, so we're gonna start out with a round 36-inch table that we built. I painted it black, and then the next day I came in and poured black epoxy. It was just regular epoxy, tinted black. So I let that dry. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna come over with a clear coat, and then I'll be adding my colors into the clear coat. All right, so what I'm gonna do first, since I already have a coat of epoxy on here and I'm fixing to pour another clear coat, I need to rough up the surface so that I get a good mechanical bond. So all I'm gonna do is take 220, lightly scuff up. If I have any little imperfections that I want to sand out, now is my time to do that. All right, you need to be sure to sand your edges as well. I do it by hand, and I take it, the sandpaper, so that I don't burn through my edges. All right, so now that I've sanded, I'm gonna take off the dust. I'm just using 91% isopropyl alcohol to do this. All right, now I'm ready to pour my clear coat. I'm doing 3 ounces per square foot of the regular Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy. I'm trialing out the material with a 1/8 by 1/8 square notch trowel. This helps me ensure that I get just the right amount of material on the surface. Now I'm gonna torch out my bubbles. All right, so at this point, I can either choose to take a brush and chop out my trowel lines, spread out everything very evenly, except I really like to use my hands, because with my hands, I can feel the material. I can also help it to flow over the edges really easily, and I can take my fingers and run under that edge so that I get a really good amount of epoxy under the table so that the epoxy will roll under and it won't build up on the edges. So the products that we're going to be using on the table today are from Artist Till Death. Check out their website. The Chameleon micas are amazing. We're also going to be using just resin and Color Passion. So here we go. All right, we're going to start off with Mad Hatter. It's one of their Chameleon micas. And I want to be a little off-centered on my design. I don't really want to be right up through the middle. Kind of be that illusion that I'm off-centered. And then we're going to come in with Mother Knows Best. This is also a Chameleon. Now, the reason I'm pouring this on the right side is because I'm going to now swipe, and what I want is the top mica to be swiped over the bottom mica, okay? So I'm using some parchment paper. You can also use a magazine, wax paper, quite a few different things to do this swipe. As it rests down, I'm letting the epoxy kind of soak up on the paper. And then I'm twisting a little bit and bringing it off the edge. Okay, I really like that. I'm gonna get a smaller piece, and I'm gonna do the same thing here. Now I'm gonna come in with Red Queen, and I'm gonna pour a little section of that. And I'm not putting any pressure. I'm letting just the weight of the paper. So each time that I swipe, I either get a new piece of paper or I clean the paper that I have. This just makes a cleaner, nicer swipe. These are phenomenal. So as you can see, as I swipe, I bring it all the way to the edge so that it'll run down the edge as the epoxy starts to self-level. Okay, so then the last color that I'm gonna put on this right side is called Wicked Stepmother. And I actually let that epoxy run over the edge. Oh, this is beautiful. So I'm gonna add a little bit of heat. And you can see that these colors are really starting to blend and meld out. and getting some really cool shapes. I love that. So now we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Now Mad Hatter, remember, Mad Hatter is the middle vein. So now we're gonna come in with Mother Knows Best. And I'm gonna, on this side, I'm just gonna lay all my colors out and I'm just gonna do one big swipe. And then our third one's going to be Red Queen, and then Sea Witch. Now I'm putting this a little thicker on this side because I have a little more negative space to pull out. Now anytime you use these Chameleon colors, you want to try to go over a black background because that's gonna really help to show the Chameleon color changes. Okay, so even though we're recreating a table that I did earlier, knowing that this is basically functional art, I know that it's not gonna be exactly like the table before, which is kind of what I'm going for. This is art. It'll never be reproduced exactly. So we're following basically the same recipe, knowing that it's gonna come out differently, and that's what's so much fun. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more of the third mica color, which is Red Queen. I want to pull this out. I just want a little bit more material than what I have. So I'm going to try to re-swipe this. I'm not too worried about what it looks like right here because I'm going to be adding quite a bit of color, but I do want that color to extend out. All right, that's what I was wanting. All righty. So now we're gonna start building our vein with our Just Resin products and really adding some dimension to the art piece. So this is our black Alumilite opaque dye. This is the same dye that I tinted our first coat of epoxy with. Very opaque, and I'm gonna run a line of it down the middle. So now we're gonna come in with turquoise luster, and we're gonna put it on the left side of the black. And the reason I'm doing this is because now when I swipe, I'm gonna swipe the turquoise over the black. So I don't want to swipe that turquoise all the way out. I wanna kind of keep it closer to my vein. Now you can see how that turquoise is now reacting with the micas, and it's causing a little bit of selling right there. Okay, so now we're gonna take the turquoise again, and this time we're gonna run it, and we're gonna swipe to the left. So I'm not real happy with this area right here. I want a little bit more turquoise, so I'm gonna add a little more. That's exactly what I was looking for. Now, one thing I struggle with in doing these types of projects is I have a tendency to be a perfectionist and want things to come out exactly like what's in my head. And this is not the project for that to happen. You have to really embrace the creativity and embrace the way that the epoxy is going to decide to move and interact with the other colors. Another layer of colors coming in with now Color Passions Magenta. Now I've left it a little thicker at this end and I tapered off because I want to give an illusion that it's thicker here on the end. Now I'm not as worried about getting this color to be solid because I want that turquoise to peekaboo through this pink. Okay, so I love how this is starting to swell up. Coming in with Wicked Stepmother, and I'm just gonna run a very thin line. Then I'm gonna just kind of just play with it a little bit through here. All right, so now I have just a very thin popsicle stick, and I'm gonna just start running it through. Basically, all I'm doing is taking that mica and I'm just working it down in there. All right, now I'm gonna do the same thing with the pink on the other side. Oh, I really like how I pulled some of this Chameleon mica over the pink. All right, so now I'm gonna come in with my sea witch like I did here and run the veins. And guys, this is something that you just kind of create as you go. If you see something you like, you change it. If you see something you want to add, you definitely add it. There's not an exact way to do this. So I'm just building that vein up. All this is doing is just adding interest and building depth. It's starting to get thicker. So we're not going to have as much movement as when we first put this on the surface. All right, so now we're gonna just come and do some detail work. I'm coming back in with my turquoise and I'm just gonna run it in here. And then I'm just gonna kind of drag my stick. So any of these areas where I have some little drips, like this little drop right here, I don't wanna mess up everything around it. So I'm gonna heat it up a little bit. And I'm just gonna run my finger. There we go. So, I think I'm gonna stop. The way that you kind of determine when to stop is take a step back, refresh your eyes, and come back and look at your piece. Okay, so I think I like it, and I think I got it close enough to where the two pieces are going to look as if they match without actually matching. So what I'll do is to let this dry overnight, and then I'll come back tomorrow and we'll put a final flood coat on it. I don't do a lot of art type finishes, but I absolutely love this. So if you found value in this, please guys do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for future notifications, and let me know what you think in the comments below. We will post pictures of this and all of the products that we used on my website, RK3designs.com, so check it out. Also, you'll want to check out our online course, onlineepoxypro.com, if you're interested in learning from home in your own time. And also guys, remember until next time, don't be scared, move forward, and be creative.